back to the SaltyyShow, and welcome back to Humankind Season 4, Episode 5. Hope you guys are doing well today, and if you are, like and subscribe as always, and if you want special membership perks, join below in the channel description. Without further ado, hope y'all are doing well, and in the last episode, we went on quite the murderous rampage with our army here of swordsmen and noble javelineers, securing the town of Tiwanaku and Moki. We are going to utilize Moki as a new city, I believe, but we are going to utterly destroy Tiwanaku. I did end the turn, but we do have an objective. Walking wounded during the recent brutal battle before returning to Tiwanaku. Oh, well, they're not going to like what we have in store for their city. This really won't matter, but we'll get glorified for now. Meanwhile, we are going to ransack, well, we get copper from Tiwanaku now that I realize that. Well, we can reestablish Tiwanaku once we ransack it. But let's go ahead and do that, because we want to get rid of that area. Meanwhile, our noble swordsmen up here are actually probably safe to march. Easiest way to be, it would be to continue recruiting to build, to march south via this mountain pass here. Alright, so we're going to continue doing that. We are also, y'all didn't see it in the notifications, but we are at another level of patronage with the Etruscans and the Phrygians. Let's take a look. Cultural export. We'll progressively change our ideologies to match ours. Okay, privilege, mercenary, rent, and resource trading, or profit sharing. We're going to do profit sharing, I think, for them, and we're also already at the client state. Establishment. Profit sharing, privileged contract, or cultural. We're going to do profit sharing. So for the Etruscans, we can already subjugate them as a client state. Let us first, though, religious minorities. Should religious pay tribute plus 10 stability on territories if territories follow a foreign religion, or money if they follow a foreign religion? We're already at, let's actually lower that to get a little bit of extra stability from everybody, I think. But we could do that, we could do this. +2 multicultural. I want to say, I think really, we're gonna have more of our own centers eventually. But we'll get +10 from these guys, I think, actually, so that might matter. So let's go ahead and do this one.
They say alloys are stronger than pure metals. I guess we're going to see how far that metaphor applies to human societies.
Indeed. Let's go ahead and end the turn. So Tiwanaku should go away. It did. Good job. That place is completely destroyed. So I would like to grab... Alright, well, we can attack Hyrux Hill first, I guess. Meanwhile, I would like to probably move north with these guys to reclaim this territory. Stability is doing okay for now, but this city is not the best. Not the best is an understatement with the lacking money. Food is really the only thing, but we'll lose stability. Yeah, we're not doing too high. It is rough. Okay, let's see. 15 turns for this. That would actually be somewhat beneficial. Hopefully that'll help. Our capital's doing great. I did actually take a peek before I started recording this, looking at the other people's cities, and like they've got 5 pop. They've got 6 down here. It's actually like we are astounding. Like when it comes to population, we are massively ahead of our neighbors right now. Speaking of being ahead, we are at a next culture pick, going with the Carolinians, the Mayans. However, we're really close to getting the military star, so I think we are going to hold off so we can get, we need 5 more kills. Research is 4 off. I don't know if we're going to get that one, but we're definitely going to try. And I would really like to get another industry building before we go into the next era, because we're pumping a crap ton of industry. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Now, if I see another person pick a culture, I think we will go ahead and pick, just because we don't want to lose our options. Mounted warfare or craftsmanship. Or rhetoric. Let's go for mount. Well, chivalry, knights. But if we don't pick this, we won't get horsemen until then. We unlock trade expeditions, standing armies, siegecraft. Let's see. Oh boy, everybody. Let's... Depends on what we really want here. Now this actually could be handy. Imperial power, then feudalism. Let's go for that. Imperial power, then we'll go for feudalism. We might have to play catch up, but I think being able to establish new outposts and cities with existing infrastructure would be really nice. We can still claim the Colosseum, which would be nice, or the Church of the Lady Mary of Zion. There is foreign war going off on our continent, but nothing to do with us, thankfully. Who's that? Oh, the Molossians, okay. So let's see if we can establish a better position. Really, we can't. But it'll be beneficial because we'll get to claim it. And everybody, I'm going to make a quick cut here because I hear the dogs at the door. Sorry about that cut here. But it looks like we've got a little bit of a intruder. Okay, never mind. These are the Etruscans. So we can't kill them. They are friends. Alright, so never mind. We don't have an intruder, thankfully. I would really like to utilize these swordsmen. Let's actually send them over here towards the new city. Meanwhile, we can besiege Hyrux Hill here. And we're gonna. Let's go ahead and begin the assault. We do a manual battle. Everybody up on the hill, and let's begin. And we're gonna have our boys defend. There we go. Now this force here. I wish these two units could swap, but they can't. So they're going to take a bit of casualties, yeah. Okay, we beat them actually. We did lose a warrior though. But we should. We're gonna. Ooh, did not mean to do that. We're gonna tell these guys to wait. And they've moved outside the city, which is a horrible idea. But that siege is gonna go on into the next turn. Okay, so we did lose another culture. That is sad. They picked the Byzantines. Let's see if we can finish this up. And there we go. We've secured that area. Oh, sorry, guys. This is what I get for trying to record through the middle of the day. I do apologize, everybody. But we're going to press on somehow. Not really. They're not stopping. Oh well. Alright, so we've secured Hyrex Hill. We will be ransacking this region. And we're gonna push for the last settlement here. We are gonna need some more troops though, I think. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it with just 3. You guys can just go for that. And meanwhile, Tikal up here can build another settlement. He is so loud. Oh god. I'm sorry, everybody. But we can actually get a science region going for pretty cheap. +3 science. Food. We actually are struggling a little on food, so let's go ahead and work on that. Stability is okay for now. Actually, now let's hold off. Let's get some more stability. Wow. Okay. They recommend everywhere. Let's go for over here on this coastal region here. We're guarding this little southern coast. If you've stuck through this, due to the barking, I'm impressed, truly, because I almost lost my shit. But everyone knows how they are. Alrighty, so we've secured that. We should be good to ransack. Yeah. That'll take 1 turn to do, and we'll be good to go from there. The second army is making their way to Tikal. I forgot we have to pick something. They're just food. It's in the turn. Ransack has been completed. So the benefit with this one is we might be able to attack. Oh, hello. Let's actually go ahead and manually fight these guys here. So this should get us the last era star we need. Ooh, wow. Let's go defensive and defense. They do have archers. We'll have to watch out about that. Let's go find them. Sorry guys, the dog is now trying to play. And it looks like they're running. Perhaps. Let's get them. A victory is ours. And that should have achieved, yes, the last era star we can get. So. Yep, y'all can hear him growling, I'm sure. We are going to move in position there. Curl can build. Oh, what do we want to build, though? What do we want to build? Stability is actually going down just a little bit, so let's go ahead and get that going. And then, let's see. I think we are going to choose our new culture. And we could obviously ascend as the Mayans. I don't think that's a good idea, considering we're going into the medieval era. Let's see. Taino. Excuse me. Get the Baira hunters. Indirect fire, they are canoe. There's no penalties on rivers. That's actually really nice. The Batey gives stability and influence on settled cities. It counts as a commons quarters and +5 food per number of territories. Interesting. The Aztecs are obviously one of the militaristic, or a Mesoamerican, like, following after the Mayans. And the Carlins, I believe, actually. Like, they came from the same culture. Never mind. These guys are from the Latin America culture. Pack. He is pulling at my leg. Oh, my God. Let's do land movement speed on units, -20 unit energy. So that's actually nice. You can get a lot more military going. The sacrificial altar gives +5 faith, 10 stability, 2 influence per district, counts as religious and commons quarters, and unlocks sacrifice population. Interesting. And it unlocks the cool Jaguar warriors. Sorry guys for the stutter in the voice. He's still fighting me. He's not giving up. So that is a benefit, as they do have no penalty from damage, but we are moving to medieval era, which leads to gunpowder. The Franks, to what is right? Influence, faith, science. The Ghanaians are extremely luxurious, a lot of money. We don't have a lot of resources, though, I don't think. Would be cool. The Teutons are expansionists. That would actually help, considering we do have somewhat of a strong faith, and we are actually on our own continent, really. That is allowing our faith to grow a lot. The Kaiserdom, though, it's not the strongest thing in the world. And the Chimera. A lot of industry. We could keep it going with the industry. I mean, it's really nice not having to wait a lot of turns to produce anything. I will be honest. English, +7 food per number of attached territories. That is nice. Increases the range by 2 for ranged units. Standing on the stronghold. Counts as a farmer's quarter and a garrison. It's a really strong fortification. I don't know if we're going to need that. We have a continent to our own. I wish I had a room to my own right now with my dog. The Mississippians were a free culture. +3 industry on an industry producing district built on a river. So that's really specific. Sacred Mound. And the cultural warriors. Raider's Ardor. Each enemy unit destroyed in battle increases this unit's ardor. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty strong. The Mongols, I don't like the Mongols. The Swahili are really good with their port, but we played as them in the last season, so we're not going to go with them. The Umayyads, we have no alliance. It's okay. We've played as the Norsemen as well. Let's see. We lost the Bulgarians and the Byzantines. I really want to keep the Mesoamerican culture thing we've got going on here. It's either that or we swap drastically to the Teutons for the religious aspect of that. But I think the Taino +10 stability and 10 influence, and it counts as a commons quarters, and then +5 food. And the Baira hunters, or we go for the Aztecs. I think we're gonna roll with the Aztecs. It's gonna be really, we as the Mayans, we went into the last era very warfaring as the end of it, so it kind of makes sense that we would swap to the Aztec culture. So let's go.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies. But brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor. I'm not thinking of brains or
Alrighty.
brawn, but of corn, chocolate, and chilies. The Aztecs are a culture that makes my stomach rumble.
I love seeing the cities progress in a new era. Never gets old. Oh, did y'all see that wagon? Went flying. Welcome as the new era as the Aztecs, which we get the militarist star, meaning we need to wage a lot of war. We need to get another 20 kills before we get our first star there. Expansionist, I believe, is probably the easiest to go. So with that in mind, it's gonna be a fair fight here, but I feel like we might be able to... We're gonna assault, manual battle, and this is exactly how we want the layout to be. And they're going to play defensive the whole round. Let's go ahead and continue weakening. They built their city in the worst spot possible. Play defensive. Oh yeah, we're wrecking them holding this hill. Next turn we'll have that for sure. Meanwhile, our secondary army is moving into the new capital. Really, the Numidians. We could probably take them, but we're gonna hold off. We have a new edict, land rights. So we could take a look at that real quick. We don't have enough to enact it, but plus 10 food per number of attached territories on all cities, or allow claim, attach, and merge territories to be done with money instead of influence. I think our influence is doing far better than our money. So yeah, we're gonna continue using influence. Meanwhile, speaking of influence, we actually have enough. We need to make the Etruscans a client state. Plus 1 influence, plus 50 sway, plus 55 influence, 24, minus 24. Yeah, very nice. I think we're gonna, sign the client state contract. So they now are a client state of ours, which is really good. Meanwhile, Moki is, it's doing okay. City Watch is going well. Let's continue our conquest. We've wrapping up our warfare until we get to the pocket of enemies over here. Oh, I didn't actually. We should read what that declared war. Wow, lots of warfare going on these other continents. But let's finish it up here. The Noble Javeliners have been really good, actually. We've mainly been fighting militia, but you know how it is. And that city is now ours as well. We'll just have them do something stupid. There you go. And so this one's actually fairly grown. It could be potentially beneficial. It has a port already. A lot of food growth. Industry's kind of lacking, but other than that, it's actually not too shabby. We might actually keep this one here. Let's see what we can get. The only thing is, obviously, is there anything that would be beneficial? More than likely not. Well, the thing is, too, is once we unlock, we're actually over our city limit already anyways. And Moki is actually starting to stabilize. So yeah, we're gonna stick with our current plan. We are gonna ransack it. Call it a day. Carl can build. Our industry food is actually pretty low, so let's go ahead and solve that. Get plus 24 in 3 turns. And yeah, you're being ransacked, so don't worry about it. We're just gonna have them produce food unknowingly to them. So thankfully the Etruscans are now ours, as I have close ties to them, so I really like it. We're going to keep them. So the south has been completely ransacked. Now there are Paras, they're in decline, and they'll go away in less than 10 turns. So fingers crossed, we don't really need... We don't need to worry about them for too much longer. Sure, let's go ahead. Well, we don't want to attach it really to there. Actually, that makes sense. It'll bring us closer to Curl just in case these guys decide to try and fight us for whatever reason. And then we have a fever pitch. One of the county's most celebrated religious festivities always culminates in a traditional team ball game. So we can either forbid it. We've seen this one before. We can forbid it, which grants overproduction on both our cities of Curl and Moki. Control. So grants fanatical, or celebrating, which grants support. Let's see. I mean, that extra plus 15 for 2 turns compared to the religious output, we're not struggling. Well, I mean, actually, it is kind of... It's gonna take it. We'll do fanatical. We'll do control. And that way it should all be good. Oh, they've definitely... It is concerning seeing ships off our coast, but none of them have made landfall, and that's the best thing about it. We're going to keep that going. Let's see. We'll go through a couple more turns. Move our forces about. They are in our city. So we're going to move them back just in case. But the Fever Pitch 2, as the day's big game draws near, everywhere you go, from the marketplace to thermal bathhouses, commoners and highborn alike are talking about the imminent match. The great arena at Carol overflows. So, your presence is expected. There's no neutral areas in the ring, so if you tend, you need to choose a side. So we can support Moki, which grants overproduction, or Coral, or I will not attend instead dedicate my... which would grant even more fanatical on districts. I think let's grab the extra overproduction on Moki. Which I didn't think these guys would really be the capital of industry, quote unquote, considering Moki's position, but is what it is. Okay, so they are kind of just walking about. So let's go ahead and move them back to the capital. Let us get a new... Oh, we only got 1 turn for a lot of these guys. That'd be really nice. But we kind of need more men. But we are going to just wait, I think. Because we can grab a lot of infrastructure really quickly. So we'll grab that first. Then the palisade. And then we'll reevaluate. Man, I love having a place that can produce so much industry. It's really nice. Moki can produce... They are losing stability fast, though. 5 turns, we can get a district or a military district going. I think that's the smartest thing to do. Let's get it out here on the road. All right. Everything's going really well. We are at our city limit right now. Tikal needs to expand, and we're definitely not at the end of our conquering reign. More independent people will show up, but the Etruscans are under our protection, and the Phrygians will soon be there too. So hopefully we get to wage war against the, I want to say the Numidians. Yep, the Numidians, the Arverni, and the Molossians. Maybe even the Sabines if we get there in time. But for now, everything is looking bright for the Aztec future. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you have, like and subscribe as always if you want to see more murdering rampage on the continent that is only claimed by us for now, which I'm sure it's soon to change either in this era or the next. Like and subscribe as always, and if you want to join and get some special channel membership perks, look below in the description for the join button. Without further ado, hope you all have a great day, week or weekend, whenever you watch. I've been your host, Salty.